Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Birth of a Nation, Nat Turner and the Making of the Movement. Edited and read by Nate Parker.
For our children and our children's children. Part 1. The Birth of a Movement. My Journey with Nat Turner by Nate Parker. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering, and to conquer. Revelation, chapter 6, verse 2. How many of you know who Nat Turner is? I wasn't the only one staring blankly at my African-American studies professor. I'd overheard the name once or twice in my childhood, but without context. The where, the why, and the what of his story. His name had no resonance. My instructor paused a beat more before alleviating our curiosity. Nat Turner led the most successful slave revolt in American history. The words slave and revolt in the same sentence seemed incongruent. He went on. This revolt would not only send shock waves across this entire nation, but would aid in precipitating the American Civil War. I blinked back incredulity. Anyone who knew anything of American history knew enslaved Africans endured, but they didn't dare fight. Anyone whose education mirrored my own knew it was benevolent Abe Lincoln who, following his moral compass, led this country to war with the hope of freeing the slaves. This was what I'd been taught, facts inscribed in the history books of my youth. If this Nat Turner truly existed, wouldn't he too have been in those same books? It made no sense. As confused as I was, it was my professor's next statement that rocked me the most. This revolt, it took place in Southampton County, Virginia. As the saying goes, you could have knocked me over with a feather. I grew up in Norfolk, Virginia, about 42 miles east of Southampton County, Virginia. A decade of history courses, and yet not once had there been a lesson, a lecture, or an assignment about the slave preacher General Nat, the literate man of God who would engage in a holy war, sacrificing all he had to lead his people out of bondage. At that moment, I vowed to never again take another person's word regarding the narrative of my ancestors. It was then that I took hold of my miseducation and became hell-bent on untangling the twisted threads of its revisionist narrative. My independent study led me not only
Sample complete. Ready to continue?